Hi, I'm Carrie Schochet with Purple Squirrel Advisors. Today we want to talk about a change that we've seen as a result of COVID-19. I've been asked this question a few times, just what changes do we think are here to stay? And a couple things really stand out. First of all, this COVID-19 crisis has forced companies to innovate. It's interesting, I had a meeting last week with a group of CFOs, and we had a partner at a private equity come in and talk about how some of their companies had projects or innovations kind of in their pipeline for a long period of time, and they just weren't taking action on them. And all of a sudden they were forced to do that with this crisis, and they happened in like a week. And I think the same thing is true with our business. And so, we ran very few processes entirely virtually prior to COVID-19. And if you would have asked me a year ago if somebody would hire a candidate having never met them in person, I would have seriously doubted that this could happen. And now it's happening every day, every week. We've probably completed 20 placements since COVID-19 hit. And I would say maybe one or two of those candidates had been met in person prior to receiving an offer. So this is a major change that's happening in our industry, and I hope that it's here to stay. It's made us more efficient, and it's just a great innovation. But the other thing that's really changed is the way that people are thinking about their talent pools. So all of a sudden, it used to be where, we would talk to a candidate about a commute, and a lot of our clients are not very receptive to candidates that are going to have to commute more than, here in Detroit, 30, 45 minutes is about the max. I know in other markets it can be different. But now all of a sudden our candidate pool has become national. In fact, we just hired an intern, and she lives in Utah. And that might not have been something that would have been on our radar a year ago. So a lot of companies are thinking about their talent pools differently, and they're able to recruit nationally. And a lot of companies are taking advantage of this time to hire talent that they might not have been able to get before. So we had a client that actually created a position for a candidate, and they said, listen, when we see great talent, we don't want to let that talent slip by. And another example is a private equity firm client of ours shared with us that they had 20 open positions that would have been very challenging to fill pre-COVID, and those positions are filled with great people in the seats. So I think there's a lot of changes happening. I know it can seem like really a lot of doom and gloom with unemployment numbers going up and things being very competitive. But I guess I want to reassure both sides of the table that there are positive changes happening too. If you have any questions or you have any other ideas on ways that we can be helpful, drop a comment. We're happy to continue to do these videos and offer help. And best of luck.